I make some intricate cool masks on a Cricut cutter, followed by some amateur work attaching the wheels. I still ended up with an award-winning 737 though. What's up y'all? It's the Scale Model Assassin with a basic kit build of Hasegawa's Boeing 737-800. This is my second time building this kit, which comes with Solarseed Airlines livery out of the box. The focus here is the fuselage seam line, which I scrape away prior to puttying and sanding. It's a good idea to scribe or recut the panel lines prior to puttying, and also right after applying the putty before it can dry. It took me multiple rounds of putty, sand, and prime before I got the seam line completely hidden. Consider this a warm-up for when you do the engines. At least the fuselage is large and less intricate with panel lines. I bought the Retro Qantas decals from Nazca and then traced the flying kangaroo in GIMP. I made a black and white PNG file, rescaled it to better fit the model, then cut it on a Cricut cutter with Oramask 813 sheeting. It's a bit thicker than I'd like, and since then I've experimented with settings and had success cutting on sheets of Tamiya tape, which is much thinner. Getting the gray-white interface on the fuselage at the exact level and exactly straight is critical because of the window decal with the orange stripe. I came close and had to improvise in a few areas. The decals from Nazca, as most aftermarket vendors, are translucent, which means I cannot overlap the orange sections or else they appear as a darker orange. This led to some last-minute cuts to resize the decals and make them the exact length. The tricky part here was this was all after I'd slid them off the backing paper. Periodically, I'm applying water so that I can keep sliding the decals around. I'm guessing that it took maybe 15 minutes to get a single side of windows applied. Of course, before I did all this, I had scanned, printed, and cut out these decals on a sheet of paper so that I could play around and get an idea. But still, nothing comes out exact as to when you actually apply them with water. If we're being honest, this window shield was a disaster. I forget exactly what happened, but I know I messed up on the original one, and this is a replacement from Draw Decals and their Boeing 737 doors and window set. A free and easy improvement to these airliner kits, especially in 200th scale, is to sand and thin out the antennas and landing gear doors. Here's a before and after of the gear doors. I took this model to the 2023 IPMS Nationals in San Marcos, where it got first place in its category for airliner basic kit builds. I broke the front landing gear wheel off as I was placing it on the table and ended up gluing it back on in the front seat of my car with the surgical kit I had brought for this very scenario. This is a good kit to learn the technical aspects of modeling and get some practice in on. There's not a lot of parts, it's inexpensive, and with the lack of photo etch or extra decals, you can put a lot of focus into nailing the basics. And I'll see you on the next build.